Hello Internet, Demajen here and welcome to another Metroidvania map announcement video. I've actually already done 2 videos on this. Whether they will be out or not by the time this one comes out is another matter entirely. I talked through for probably over an hour the entire development process of this map for Axiom Verge. One of the last maps in the top 3, or one of the last games in the top 3 tiers of my Metroidvania tier list over at demajen.co.uk that did not have a map, because it was a game that I played back in 2019, and whilst that was actually after my mapping journey had started with Hollow Knight in 2017 and a couple of other games, there were already a load of maps available for Axiom Verge. So what could I bring to the table that other people hadn't done? And you'll see some references to that in the devlog videos if you are interested in that kind of thing. This is purely about the fact that this map now exists. It is a massive composite map made up of literal thousands of screenshots. Let's zoom in to actual size. So this is the world of Axiom Verge as it is in the game. It's at the same native resolution, 480 by, is it 360? Whatever it is. And I have removed the UI, I have removed the enemies, apart from the bosses, I have removed the player character. This took me over 70 hours, making it the longest and, I'm not going to say most challenging, but in some ways the most tedious and painstaking and time-consuming map I have ever created. 71, 72, 73-ish hours after the couple of hours that I've spent today just fixing and tweaking and adjusting things ever so much to my liking. This is now quote-unquote complete and available for people to use. The nitty-gritty though, what have I done on this that you won't find on a basic grid-based map? Well, for a start, I've marked on very specifically secret passages, destructible blocks, things like that that you can get through. All of the secret worlds are marked on in nice, clear clarity. All of the various nodes and bits and pieces that you can collect, all of the walls that you can glitch out through, or platforms that you can glitch into existence. All of the bosses are here and labelled in their glory. I had to go through and completely redo the parallax for a lot of the room backgrounds, because obviously if you've played Axiom Verge you'll know that the backgrounds have got lots of different layers, and parallax is an absolute pain to do when it comes to this kind of thing. All of the notes, fragments, weapons, health nodes, power nodes, and so on and so forth. There's not actually a huge amount of things in the world. Well, that's not technically true. There's like 20 plus weapons depending on what you get in the secret worlds. There's loads of health nodes and power nodes and health fragments and power fragments and so on and so forth, but they are all on here in glorious full resolution. I don't think anybody would need a higher resolution version of this map. I feel a great sense of accomplishment at having put this together. It was a journey. The question is, was it a worthwhile journey? For me, because I got my enjoyment out of it, yes. But at 70 hours, was it a good use of my time? Well, it means that I've got my S tier, my A tier, and my B tier all now having maps available. The bit that people don't like. This is 70 plus hours worth of work. At some point in the future, I may well produce a lower resolution, not lower quality, but a lower resolution, a smaller version for Google, the Google Drive, for free. But as of right now, just like my Ender Lilies map, just like my Guns of Fury massive composite map, just like my Voidwrought massive composite map. This is a store exclusive. It is £3 minimum, pay what you want. Because it's 73 hours worth of work. No, for £3. I personally think that is a bargain, but I'm saying that because I put all the work in for it. You know, there are devs like Tom Happ who spent 6 or 7 years putting together Axiom Verge and then sold it for like £15. Hopefully he's got a decent volume of sales from it. Am I going to get a decent volume of sales for 70 hours worth of work for this map for a 10-year-old game? I'm not thinking that is likely, but it was an interesting experience. Find out more about my experiences in the devlog video. Axiom Verge, the collector's composite map, is now available. Head on over to demajen.co.uk, click the link for Axiom Verge, it'll take you to where you can get it. It's worn me out, but it was a really enlightening and interesting experience at making a map this large in a game engine where essentially none of my tools for faffing around with files work. You know, there's no way in game of removing the UI. I had to do it all by hand. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there. If you do grab yourself a copy of the map, let me know. What do you think? Is there anything that I could do better, could do differently? When did you first play Axiom Verge? And if you, like me, have very recently spent a lot of time in each of these areas, how long did it take before the really cool music in the game actually starts getting on your nerves, looping away in the background? Because my first playthrough of Axiom Verge was about 14-15 hours. And that is what the timer on my game clock was, the timer on Steam was, until a couple of weeks ago. My timer now stands at 56.3 hours. So that's how much game time, how much time I spent in the game it took putting this together. An extra 40 hours of gameplay. And then all the other stuff on top of it. Jeez, I do some stupid stuff, don't I? Thank you very much for watching, folks. Stay safe, stay fabulous. As always, thank you very much for the support. Have a great day. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.